Hi, I'm Akash Chakravorty. On this show, we will be interviewing musicians, artists, change makers across Kolkata, and people who've been kind of involved in the Chaitown ecosystem and have grown alongside us through pandemic and into this new age that Kolkata seems to be moving towards. And I cannot wait to show you all the guests we have lined up for this season. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Hello, welcome to another episode of Taxi Chalo. Today I have with me Juhi Punwani, who is a longtime friend of Chaitown. So I'm very eager to dive into this interview. Let's start off with the basics, of course. Juhi, tell us about who you are.
Hi, I'm Juhi Punjabi. I'm a chef and currently I'm heading the kitchen team at Amar Khamar.
Could you tell me about the first moment you decided that you wanted to be a student of the culinary arts? Describe that for me.
I haven't studied culinary arts per se. I'm an English student. But I think I always knew food is a passion of mine. I'd follow it through. It started very early on in my life. I used to sneak into the kitchen when my grandmoms used to cook and just watch them cook. If I was in a bad mood, my dadi knew that the only thing that could make me happy would be the simple halwa that only she could make. So I think it kind of started then. I knew food brings a lot of happiness and joy to me, and I wanted to share that with everyone. And cooking was the best medium to do that. So I guess I knew when I was a toddler, and then after studying a bit, I decided that I wouldn't think about it too much and started working on recipes, started developing recipes, started very small scale with one of my mom's friends' kitty party. That was like a very big deal for me because it was like a 25 people thing, but it was very small scale when you think of it now. Yeah, that's how my journey of being a home chef started. Then I moved on to professional kitchens, and here I am now heading a kitchen team. So yeah.
Uh, who were the first, like, who are your traditional guinea pigs for like your recipes and stuff?
That's very simple. My sisters have been my guinea pigs. They have been my cheerleaders. They have been the ones who've constantly, backed me whenever I have had a doubt creeping in from somewhere. My both so I'm the eldest one. My baby sisters, both my baby sisters have been constantly cheerleading for me and being like literally guinea pigs. Not just guinea pigs, so they're like the worst critics also because they break down everything. Particularly the little one, Nena, has been so particular about describing everything to the minutest that I know that what should I change next, how do I work on everything next time. So my sisters,
So, I mean, you've been associated with Chaitown like for a long time.
for a
Where,
very long time,
how has
I
that happened? How did
were
that happen? It's before my time, so
so
I'm very
yeah,
curious.
it's before your time.
Yeah.
Again, it was my sister who told me once, they have these creative meets and you should just go for one of them. And I went and I kind of connected with these artists and it was my first time like connecting with like-minded people because cooking has always been looked down upon as an exercise and not as a form of art, but it's for me anything to do with showcasing your skill that appeals to every sense of yours is a form. Like I said, I met like-minded people and people who really understood that cooking was an art form. There were musicians, there were artists, there were dancers, but no one really looked down upon me per se, saying that no, this is not a form of art. I met I made some friends for lifetime when it comes to Chaitown.
I see.
So yeah, it's been so long. I have made so many brownies, so many coffee panna cottas, so many rasgullas just for Chaitown. It's not even funny.
I believe it.
It's been amazing because everyone from Chaitown, at least like the uh, whether it's Auntie Beth or Rohini or William, uh, I'm talking about the new ones and the old ones. They've always been really supportive of me. Whether it was Paul then or Taylor, they constantly used to be like, "Oh my God, no one cooks like you." So when you have someone telling you that, that really kind of pushes you to push yourself harder.
Right. Do you miss that life? Like as now as like head chef, like hosting stalls and stuff like that as a head chef.
Okay, so hosting stalls has its own fun, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Uh, but and that has helped me grow and reach
Absolutely.
where I have come.
Yeah.
So I'd never say that that wasn't fun or I'd look down upon.
Right.
So I have had like so many little stalls that I've put up, and every stall that I've put up has kind of, you know, forced me to push myself harder and forced me to believe in myself more, has made me build connections, has given me some catering order or the other. But yeah, I always knew that I didn't want to limit myself to catering. I always knew that I did not want to be a self-taught home chef. That was just the bare minimum. I felt I wanted to know how a professional kitchen runs. I wanted to work in a professional kitchen. Now, is that easy to do? No, it's not. Especially if you don't have culinary training, it is hard to do. Now it's much more easier. Let me just say that 10 years down the line, it was much more difficult. But now it's much more easier. You are more respected as a home chef. A supper club, which I must have done 10 years back, is like an Instagram thing now, right?
Yes.
Like I've had so many pop-ups and so many supper clubs now that I think of it, but they were not a thing then. And now supper club chefs are way more famous than a chef who's working 12 hours, 14 hours in a kitchen. People now are willing to bet on you. People are willing to take a chance. You have to start from scratch. Like I also started as a commie. Though I had experience of running a kitchen, it wasn't like I was handed over a higher position because of that. But yeah, there was someone who believed in me, someone who was willing to bet in me, and I started as a commie. And as soon as they saw that I was good, but I took the most turns, I think, at Lupa. So I did the Salem area, then I moved on to pizza and grills, which is basically a live station. And pizza has like been my most favorite thing to eat ever. So it was amazing to do that section. Then I moved on to entree. That's when I entered the hot kitchen. And after the entree, I moved on to garmanja. So other than the pasta station and dessert, I covered it all at Lupa.
I see. I see. So Lupa was your first entry into like
Yes, yes. And I have only Chef Prashant to thank for that.
turning point even.
Yeah, a turning point for me. I thought it was an April's Fool joke when I got a call from Chef Prashant and he took like a 2-minute, 3-minute interview over the phone. Got a call randomly and the executive chef then, Chef Prashant, was on phone. I did not know who he is. And he spoke to me and he was like, I think this was when September, October, I think, just post COVID, and he told me. So we went through your CV,
Like,
and like,
did you apply or did he just approach you?
no, so I had applied for single thread.
Okay.
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 So I think they were going through their CVs that they had then, and they came across my CV, and they were looking at young people they could hire, and in a 2-minute conversation, he told me, "Okay, are you ready to move to Bangalore?" And I was like, "This is an April Fool's joke," and I was like, and I'm not telling him that, and I'm like, "Yes, I am," and he told me the HR will reach out to you. The HR reached out to me, but like 1 day later, so I was 100% sure this is some kind of a joke. And then when the HR reached out to me, I started packing my bags, and in a month's time, I was in Bangalore.
Tell us about some of the hardships of being a chef here in India or here in Kolkata too. Like I'm not sure how much.
I don't think like I think it's a very global question, so we
Right.
can't bind it to India or Kolkata. Being a chef is not easy. You have to be on your foot for like 12 to 14 hours, so it comes with a lot of pain. But your passion wins. Like I feel like if you're passionate about it, you stick around. Um, Being a female chef is another thing altogether because you're surrounded by all this alpha male energy, and sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not the best. Me myself haven't been through the best experiences with some men at kitchen. That's what I am at least working at in my kitchen. Like I want to make sure that my kitchen is a safe space for both men and women. It's always been a very male-led field. Like, how many, I can count in fingers how many female head chefs are there, how many male head chefs are there, because a kitchen is a very male dominant field.
Okay.
Pastry is very different. Pastry is a delicate art, so there are a lot of women involved in a pastry kitchen. In fact, a lot of men are now gradually graduating towards that, but gravitating towards that. But kitchen has always been a
I'd be
male
happy in a
dominant.
bakery.
Yeah, it's
I'd
a
be
very
happy.
relaxing.
Yeah.
I have always wanted to do both. So
What, in your opinion, is the best qualities in a chef? In a chef working in a professional kitchen?
discipline, patience, uh, discipline and patience have to be the key qualities, because you can be taught how to work in a kitchen, you cannot learn discipline. So when I joined Lupa, I remember my first day, and Chef Manu was breathing down my neck, literally, because my chopping skills weren't up to the mark. And being able to chop well and at a certain speed in a kitchen is very important. So I understand it now. It completely broke my heart that day, but then I went and spoke to Chef Prashant, and he told me, "Gee, what I needed to do is chop every day, practice every day, because you can learn." And that's what I did. So discipline, and that's the only thing. Discipline and hard work are the two things that help you survive in a kitchen.
Let's dive into what you're doing right now. Tell us your experience at Amar Khamar. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Amar Khamar.
Amar Khamar.
Yeah. So it's been a very interesting journey for me here. I honestly never thought that I'd take such a deep dive into regional cuisine. I have mainly been a European chef so far, and this is a complete opposite.
This is complete home
Yeah,
ground.
yeah. It's like grounding yourself, humbling yourself, and going back to basics in a way, because um, you have learned everything, and then the tricky bit is to unlearn all of that so that you can do this right. Okay, so it's been really amazing, the journey so far, because I'm heading a team of some wonderful chefs who come from different walks of life, and who again are not trained like I wasn't. So helping them learn new things, helping them learn how to make a hollandaise, or helping them how to make a toffee. It's been fun, and it's not just about kitchen. So my role, I feel, at Amar Khamar expands a little more than kitchen. So I'm doing a lot of work that I wouldn't ideally when I'd be in a kitchen or heading any kitchen for that matter, because here I'm working with people who are reaching out to farmers. I'm doing tasting so that I know which ingredient we could use in the future, which ingredient could go into the store. So there's a lot more than just working in a kitchen here, and that makes it exciting too. Another aspect of working in Amar Khamar that I feel is close to my heart is the fact of bringing back lost recipes. I am a Sindhi by origin, right? And post partition, we lost a lot. We lost a lot of our culinary growth, we lost a lot of our recipes, and I have an opportunity a year that I can get those lost recipes of Bengal back. And being born and brought up in Calcutta, growing up eating all kinds of sharks and all kinds of bhajas, this food is not foreign to me, right? Because my Rannar Didi used to make this food only when I was growing up.
Right.
So that purpose is very close to my heart. And also, my grandmoms, my nani, my dadi have been instrumental in my journey as a chef. So, if I today can plate something before a guest, uh, and they are reminded of their Dida's Ranna, of their Ma's Ranna, then I know I'm doing something right. Hence, Amar Khamar is very special.
I see. Yeah. Nostalgia is very powerful for food,
Absolutely,
especially.
yeah.
Okay, so who are your strongest inspirations to be a chef today?
Okay, so strongest inspiration. So I can't say one person has inspired my journey so far, and you keep on getting inspiration from someone or the other when you are doing something, right? Uh, I think it started, like I said, with my grandmoms. My dadi and my nani have been instrumental in this journey. My nani was immobile, but I remember when I used to go for summer vacations, she used to somehow, with someone's help, manage to reach the kitchen and be seated in one of those chairs that wouldn't bother her and explain to them what she wanted made and how she wanted made. I wanted it made because mama and the three of us were going after like a year, right? So that was something that I can never forget, the taste of this oat halwa that she used to make, the kala khatta she used to make. And I used to discuss food with her as a kid. And like I said earlier, my grandmom, Dadi, she knew that when I was in a bad mood, she knew what I needed then. And the most simplest of halwas that she used to make me so happy. So I think it began with them. Then my mom's a fantastic cook too, so she also has been quite inspirational in this journey of mine. Then Nigella Lawson was like someone I grew up watching, and I was in awe of how perfectly she did everything in an imperfect manner, because she was never like, she didn't care about the presentation, but she looked so lovely while doing everything. Uh, then I think once I went to Bangalore, Chef Prashant has been quite an inspiration for me. He's been a mentor that I thought never have, constantly pushing me, reminding me that I don't lack anything because I don't have culinary skills, just telling me that I need to push a little harder. Or seeing what Chef Orani or Chef Doma have done for the culinary scene in Calcutta. Calcutta has always been a beautiful food hub, right?
Yes.
But always looked down upon or always ignored. But they've put Calcutta on the map. Doma Chef is the queen of Momo for a reason. And Chef Orani, what he created with Sienna, what he did at the Salt House. So there are a lot of people who keep on inspiring you and teach you something new in your journey. So I couldn't pin it to just one person. I'm hoping that it continues. A lot of more people keep on inspiring me and help me become a chef that I can inspire someone in the future.
Outside of cooking, what inspires you creatively or what drives you? Something that, you know.
Traveling. I love traveling. I haven't traveled as much, so that's something in my bucket list. I want to travel all over the world and taste food everywhere. I'm a foodie, so eating inspires me. When I break down something, when I put something in my mouth, and then I'm thinking about the flavors in it, I'm thinking about what I would have done different. Art inspires me. Talking to people, uh, really kind of understanding what they know about food, what they like about food. Um, a lot of things actually. Reading keeps me like on my toes. So in a way, it kind of just give me a moment here.
Keeps you alert.
Yeah, it keeps you up. It keeps you aware. It kind of helps you upgrade yourself. So uh, a lot of things, but I think traveling has to be on the top.
I was actually going to ask that, like, how do you decide you want to make a dish? Is it travel?
So yeah, I think traveling to a certain extent helps you discovering new dishes, but that's not all that kind of guides you, inspires you to make new dishes. It's the bazaar you go to and you see a new ingredient that also plays a very important role in it. But yeah, you always go back to those flavors that stayed with you when you traveled.
Okay. Just the last question then, which is advice you would give to home chefs.
Yeah, I think the most important advice that I could give home chefs or chefs who want to make it in this field is just believe in yourself, because you've got to back yourself. There are going to be lots of people who will second guess you. You don't want to be one of them. So yeah, believe in yourself and then you're going to make it. Yeah, that's all.
All right, Juhi, thank you for sitting
Most
down with
welcome,
me.
Akash. It
You're a
was
wonderful
lovely.
guest.
Thank you. I hope you mean that, but yeah, thank you.
Just full disclosure, we had a meal with Juhi at Amar Khamar earlier on Saturday or Friday.
I think Wednesday. Wednesday.
My sense of time is wonky,
Wednesday,
clearly.
I'm pretty sure.
On Wednesday, we had a full 11-course meal with Juhi, and you're going to be seeing footage from that. And I hope you enjoy. This is going to be different from our traditional outside section that we do. But the idea of that section is that we show the guest in their element, and that was very much Juhi in her element. So, I hope you enjoy.
Thank you. Okay, so for the first part of the meal, like I said, we're going to start with the fragrant rice. The rice that's next to you is kopur kanti. It's a beautifully fragrant rice. Whenever a meal starts in a Bengali household, it starts with a teto, and a teto meaning bitter. It's the shuktoya. We are doing like a shosha shukto, shukto, the white gravy. That's a cucumber shukto, shosha shukto. So I suggest you start with that. They're going to get some ghee for you guys. Take ample amount of ghee because it'll make the meal tastier. And then we've got some lal shak. We do seasonal shak. Again, shak is a very important part of every Bengali's diet. No, shak would be the red, that are greens. Yeah, lal shak. And the shak pairs beautifully with the aam shorshe that is right next to it. Basically a pickled mustard and raw mango pickle. And next to it is the bata. The bata is basically seasonal bata. Now we're doing like a sheen bata, which is basically flat bean. So that's the first part of your meal. Bon appetit. Ghee or acharik too. Of course. But we're using kulekhara shak, which improves with your blood production and improves the quality of your blood.
We all want good blood.
Yes, hence the healthy-ish snack. So bhaja is must with dal bhat. Akash will be able to tell you that better than me, I guess. So it's like, do you eat like this at home, Akash?
Yes,
Or,
yes.
Yeah,
I like my platter for sure.
okay, wonderful. The purpose of serving the fragrant rice in the first part of the meal is that it shouldn't hide anything. And again, here the dal really is the hero when you're having the rice.
How do we start eating this?
This, you start with the dal and then you
And finish
have
it.
your no of course you finish it because after that we'll move on to a non-vegetarian food, but like have a little bit of katla machar tel chachari on the side with your rice. Then if it's too bitter for you, then mix it up. You actually tend to eat fish oil all by itself with rice.
Yeah.
It smells amazing.
Too good. Huh, Akash?
William, dal,
I'll have it with that tail.
machar tel. Definitely try the chwijal mangsho, auntie. Okay, so you guys got some gurjali shorshe posto. We start with the seafood, then move on to the complicated proteins. So the chwijal mangsho is a signature dish. Chwijal is basically a pre-Portuguese spice. So Portugal, when they came, they got a lot of spice with them. So green chili happened then, capsicum happened then, pepper happened then. But we used to have spice before that. So there's this particular tree which is called chwijal. We are using the stem of the tree to spice in the mutton gravy, and we're using the roots of the tree and making an achar. So the achar that is with everyone who has a chwijal will have an achar. You bite into the achar and you get this amazing pepperiness in your mouth. And there'll be a little stem in every mutton plate also. Again, I'd recommend chewing that so that you get all the pepperiness into your mouth. Yeah, start. There's no ghee with this because you don't complicate your non-vegetarian food with ghee. And there's some mangsho khichdi from the kitchen in the center. I recommend trying that. A little bit of raita to go with it. And guys, please ask for rice. This is the second last rice course, but the other rice course is a dessert. So Gurjali just has like one center bone, so it shouldn't be tricky to eat. It's a lovely fish. I've told. I've already told it. So mangsho khichdi is something that is traditionally made in Bangladesh, and we're doing epar and opar ranna. That's why doing mangsho khichdi makes sense. I've kept the head of the prawns intact so that you can enjoy the ghilu when you're having your prawn. Because it's the end of Nolengur season, we are ending with a Nolengur payesh.
Ready? You remind me my sister.
She must be exceptional because I am.
Yeah, this try.
I'll pack some payesh for the kids. Huh? Behind.
Allah.